Attorney General Danny Goodman, U.S. Marshal, Western District of Tennessee Tyrese Miller. Stephen Sutton is here to speak on behalf of Lake County Sheriff Brian Avery and Dyer County Sheriff Jeff Box. And we also we'll hear from Deputy Chief Derek Tisdale with the Jackson Police Department. First, we're going to have Director Roush come and speak with you and give you some updated information on the investigation.
Thank you, Kim. And thank you all for being here with us this afternoon. Let me begin by expressing our condolences to the families of these victims. James M. Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Ray, and Brady James. We at the Tennessee Bureau Investigation, along with all of the law enforcement organizations there, have been working this case, understand the profound impact that this crime has had on the Lake and Dyer communities. This tragic, violent, and heartbreaking event that happened on Tuesday has shocked this community, has certainly concerned neighbors, and with the type of crime has people scared in their homes. Tragically, this incident has this community on edge. I can assure you that state, local, federal agencies have been working around the clock since Tuesday when we were notified of this incident, that we are working to determine all the facts of the case and to bring the identified individual, Austin Robert Drummond, in to determine what he may know about this tragic incident. This investigation began at the request of 29th District Attorney General Danny Goodman. I can tell you that our authorities, local, state, and federal, have been working on this since we got this call. The last confirmed sighting of the individual who is the suspect in this case at this time and is now wanted was on Wednesday in Jackson. The victims were discovered on Tuesday, July 29th, in a wooded area along Carrington Road in Tiptonville. Based on what we know at this time, we do not believe that this was a random act of violence. It appears, with all the information that we have, is that this was a targeted incident. This is why I think it's critical for us to reach out and appeal to Austin and those who may be assisting him to turn himself in, or for them to call us and let us know where he is so that we can bring him in to question him about what took place. We know, frankly, that based on information of the incident, that while this was an extremely tragic and violent event, that there was a sign of compassion, if you will, that we know happened, that tells us that there's a possibility that Austin may have a sense that that there is hope for him to be able to come in and have a conversation about what happened. And because of that, we're asking him to give us a call. Let us pick you up or bring yourself in. Find a legal representative and come by and let's sit down and have a conversation about what happened. We recently have discovered the vehicle that he was last seen in The information has now been put out to the public in the area where it was discovered. Last seen driving a white 2016 Audi A3 and that had damage on the vehicle. That vehicle was recently discovered on the dead end of MCO Road. That's Mike Charlie Oscar Road here in Jackson. Law enforcement has put out a notification to those in that area to lock their doors and be alert. And they will notice a large police presence in that area, and for them to stay aware and stay safe and to call immediately to 911 if they see this subject or if they see anything challenging or concerning. There have been charges filed through the Attorney General's, through the District Attorney General's office. 28-year-old Austin Robert Drummond has warrants for 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, of a dangerous felony, and he is considered armed and dangerous. This is why we're advising the public not to engage with him, to call us if you see him, if you have information about his whereabouts, to reach out through the 1-800 TBI find line. We have also, in conjunction with the U.S. Marshals, put a $15,000 reward for information leading to his arrest and conviction. And so we ask those who may know something about this case to please reach out and call law enforcement. I do want to thank our partners. This has been an absolutely difficult few days here in the area, Lake and Dyer and here in Jackson. It's been a difficult few days, and I want to thank our partners. There has been an amazing response from many authorities in this, and I'll mention a few. This is not a comprehensive list, but there are a few that I want to mention and thank for their dogged determination in this investigation. It includes our folks with Lake County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Avery, Dyer County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Box, the Crockett County Sheriff's Office, Dyersburg PD, Tiptonville PD, of course Jackson PD. Also on the state side, we've had TWRA, the Highway Patrol, State Parks, and of course the District Attorney's Office from the 29th. On the federal side, we've had the United States Marshal Service, Two Rivers Violent Fugitive Task Force working closely with us, as well as the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Again, I think it's critical that the public know that, one, this is not a random act. And so I think if there's any solace in that, there should be, that it was not random. And frankly, an act that this individual that we believe is of interest and certainly have charges on. There was an act after the event that we believe shows some humanity, and so we're appealing to that piece, as inhumane as the situation is, but we're appealing to that within this individual to come to us and tell us what happened, right? Let us work through this and figure out what happened so that we can bring some resolution to this. And again, I want to thank all of the agencies involved in this effort, and really I'm extremely proud of our team here at TBI. They have been working around the clock, putting in every resource that we have to attempt to, one, investigate this case, but also to bring resolution. And so with that, I will turn it over to General Goodman for his comments. General.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. I don't have a lot to add, but I do have a few things that I would like to say. First of all, there can't be any more tragedy, anything more tragic to happen to a person than the loss of a family member. Unfortunately, we have, in this case, a family who have lost multiple people, and so our heart goes out to the family. It goes out to the family that's going to be dealing with the child and raising a child that has lost both parents now. So our hearts go out to those individuals. I would like to thank the law enforcement. This has been nothing short of impressive. As Director Rouse said, they've worked 24 hours a day. I don't think I've ever been so impressed with the information has come in so rapidly in this case. It seems like just every 5 to 10 minutes there's new information coming in. So without this team, the tier, there's no way we would be where we are at this point. So I want to thank them for that. The other thing is we are dealing with an extremely violent individual. This was what we would think is an isolated incident. It's not anything to where we think the community is in danger because of a person who may be out here randomly targeting people. We don't think that's the case at all. However, we do need the community to be very careful. We do not need them to try to approach this person. We do need your help, and we appreciate the media being here because there's a lot of things we couldn't do and information we couldn't get out without you, but we need the community as well. So if anyone does have any information, don't approach the individual, just contact the TBI hotline, call 911. Not only is he known to be a violent offender because of this incident, he's been violent in the past. So we know that this is an individual. So just be very careful. And other than that, I'll take questions if you have any, but I'll turn it over. Is someone else want to speak? Yes, okay, all right.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the United States Marshal Service, I want to send our sincere condolences to the family of those affected. Again, such a tragic loss. I cannot imagine what they may be going through. And I'm a firm believer that the only way to achieve justice, if you will, is to hold someone accountable. And that's why we are assembled here today. Everyone here, although we may wear different badges, different lapel pins, our agencies have different names. Some are federal, some are state, some are local. But let me assure you, we are unified in our efforts to find Austin Drummond. This individual has shown a propensity for violence, and he needs to be taken off the streets. We would like to do that peacefully. We would like for him to turn himself in. That way we can assure that he's taken into custody safely and that there's no injury to law enforcement or the public. But let me assure you of this. The U.S. Marshal Service will not stop until he is in custody. We have our whole team dedicated in prioritizing this incident, and it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when he's found. And it's not just here in West Tennessee, but we have support divisions at headquarters that are also assisting this effort. So as you know, there's been a reward offered, and to those who may know where he is, we don't care about where he may be, other than you giving us the information, and you will get paid, no questions asked. So that is the priority, is for him to turn himself in. But if not, then that reward does stand, and we will gladly take him into custody. And again, I want to thank everybody involved. The TBI has done a phenomenal job, as always, with the investigation. The other law enforcement agencies that have been mentioned, everyone, we are unified in our efforts to find him. So again, I just want to thank you for being here today and helping us get this message out. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Stephen Sutton, and I'm here today on behalf of Lake County Sheriff Brian Avery and Dyer County Sheriff Jeff Box to address two deeply troubling incidences that have recently affected our communities. This past Tuesday, we faced a heart-wrenching situation where an infant was found about 3:11 p.m. on Old Highway 20, abandoned in a car seat just off of Highway 412. It was immediately dropped off, and EMS was called to evaluate the baby. And I'm glad to report that thankfully the baby is safe and being cared for. And the Dyer County Sheriff's Office does have jurisdiction into the investigation regarding this abandoned child. In addition to the distressing scenario, we're also dealing with 4 tragic homicides that occurred in Lake County. And just as those before me have expressed, our hearts go out to all of those families and friends that have been deeply impacted with pain and grief of the actions that have occurred this week. Each life lost is truly a tragedy, and we extend our deepest sympathies to all of those who are grieving. And we want to assure you that we're doing everything in our power to uncover the truth and to provide answers. I want to take a moment to again express our gratitude to all of the law enforcement partners, state partners, federal, local, who have been tirelessly working around the clock to bring justice to these families. And their dedication and commitment during such challenging times surely are commendable. I must emphasize that our primary focus remains on locating Austin Drummond, who's still considered a suspect at large in these ongoing investigations. Finding him is our singular focus, and we urge anyone with any information regarding his whereabouts to please come forward. Your assistance is crucial in helping us bring closure to these families and restoring peace to our communities. We appreciate your cooperation. We appreciate your patience as this investigation unfolds. Thank you for your understanding as we navigate these sensitive matters, and we will keep you updated with any new developments as they arise. Thank you. Lake County Sheriff Brian Avery, Dyer County Sheriff.
Good afternoon. I'm Derek Tisdale with the Jackson Police Department, Deputy Chief of Police. First, on behalf of the Jackson Police Department and the citizens of this great city, Jackson, Tennessee, we want to express our sincere condolences for the family that has so tragically lost their loved ones. But what I want to speak to is what we're doing in this ongoing effort. In a collaborative effort, we are continuing to partner with the federal, state agencies and to bring about the safe apprehension of this individual, Mr. Drummond. We as a citizen as officers of the Jackson Police Department, we have officers that are dedicated as task force officers and working with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, also with the U.S. Marshal Services. We will continue to do that. We will also continue to bring forth any and all resources that we have that will assist the other agencies in bringing this to bear. What we want, or what I would want to encourage, is that our citizens be aware of your surroundings when you're in or out or around your places of residence. We want you to be mindful of what we're putting out and be attentive to what we're putting out. Because not only are we trying to safely apprehend Mr. Drummond, but we also want to keep you safe. So on behalf of the Jackson Police Department, we will continue to partner with these agencies until this individual has been brought to justice. And if anybody sees this individual, again, I want to reemphasize what everybody else has said. please call 911 or call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. Thank you.
All right, we will open it up to some questions now if you have questions.
Imani Williams with Channel 5 out of Memphis. You talked about a sign of compassion that you all saw from Drummond. Is that him dropping off the baby?
Yeah, so what you're asking is what, when I mentioned a sign of compassion from the suspect, yes. So, yes, they brought attention when they dropped the child off, brought attention. There were people nearby, and so brought attention to those people to come and get the child. Yes, sir.
Channel 3 in Memphis. So the outline or the lineup is that the baby was dropped off first before the homicide, or what is the timeline?
Yeah, so all of that is still under active investigation. You're asking about the timeline for the incidents. At this point, that is all actively being investigated.
And how about the scene on Carrington Drive? Did the suspect go separately? Was he with the other parties? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I won't go, you're asking again about specifics of the crime scene itself. We won't go into detail on the specifics of the crime scene at this time. It's a very active and engaged.
Can you confirm at this time Austin Drummond's relationship with any of them? Were they family members or in a relationship? Can you confirm any of that at this time?
Yeah, I appreciate you're asking about the relationship of the suspect with the individual victims. There was a familial between the suspect and the
Troy's Caitlin's feet at all?
specifics into we won't go into the specifics of the investigation at this time.
Brooklyn Channel 7 in Jackson. Is he still in Jackson? Are we aware of that, or are we expecting him to around?
In terms of the location of the suspect at this time, we believe that the suspect is still in the area based on the potential information that we are working through. So at this time, we believe that he is still in this area.
Imani again with Channel 5. We're in Jackson. We were in Dyer and Lake County earlier this week. Kind of talk a little bit about how important Jackson is to the investigation when it looks like he may be from Jackson. Yeah,
so in terms of the importance of Jackson to this investigation, obviously all of the area here, the Jackson, Lake, Dyer, this entire region, if you will, are critical in this investigation. Obviously, direct ties to the Jackson area, and that is why there is concern and focus. The vehicle being found here in Jackson certainly heightens that focus. So Jackson and the Jackson PD are critical partners as we continue to try to bring Austin in to be able to try to figure out the answers and resolve this.
Troy Grant again with Fox 13 Memphis. So do you guys believe Drummond had assistance in committing the crime, and do you think someone is helping him stay hidden right now?
Yeah, I hate not giving all the specific, but those questions that you're asking about if he was assisted and any, those are all details of the investigation that we won't get into at this time.
Channel 7 again. Is he on foot? Is he in another car? I know you said the car was found.
Yeah, Brooke, that in terms of is he on foot or if he's had another vehicle, those are all parts that we're still investigating.
Earlier, he was recently incarcerated. Were those charges aggravated robbery, aggravated kidnapping? Can you talk to that a little bit?
I'll yield to the general on that information. General.
Austin Drummond was convicted in Madison County several years ago for an aggravated robbery. He was sentenced to the Tennessee Department of Corrections, and he was housed at Northwest Correctional, which is in Tiptonville, Lake County. He completed that sentence. So it's what we call flattening the sentence. So he doesn't actually come out on parole or probation. He's just released because he's done all of his time in prison. while he was in prison, he received other charges. We actually took him for injury in Lake County because since it occurred at the prison, then it was in our jurisdiction. He had some drug charges that we indicted him for, and then shortly after that, he actually was charged and indicted in Lake County for attempted murder, attempted first-degree murder, which took place inside the prison. Because he completed his sentence, then that was just like any other sentence that a person on the street would have committed. So what happened is once he was released from the Department of Corrections, the Lake County Sheriff's Department picked him up, brought him, and he made bond. So he has been out on bond on those charges when we think that this was allegedly committed.
Which of these pictures is the most accurate of him currently?
My understanding is the one with facial hair.
Yes.
Sort of protect that has not yet been caught.
Well, they're always going to be, just as we advise the public to be careful, be vigilant, watching their surroundings. But as far as any orders that would be from a court or anything like that, there's no orders like that.
2 more questions, real quick.
Was this drug related at all?
That's part of the investigation. Could answer, but I don't think he's going to be able to give you any information because it's part of the ongoing investigation.
Anything else?
All right.
Do you have anything else you would like to say?
No, we're good. Thank you for your assistance with getting this information out. And we will certainly, as information comes in for us to be able to make further comments, we'll reach out and make sure you're all made aware as we move forward. All right. Thank you all.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go call Randy. I'm calling Randy.
Squeeze this, partners. Thank you so much.
Right out of it, pretty much the same thing. Attempted murder was when.
Oh, can you tell them, hey, can you tell them to open the gates?
Yeah.